Kirkland Lake is a gold mining town. They call it the Mile of Gold because there was 7 original mines. There's a little story on the Mile of Gold too. They were paving the main street, and so they were using waste rock from one of the mines, and somehow the loader operator was loading ore into the trucks instead of waste, so they paved it with gold. So they call it the Mile of Gold. That's one of the reasons. The first mine in Kirkland Lake was the Toburn mine, which started in 1914. Then they just kept adding. Teck Hughes was second, 1917. Macassa is sinking number 4 shaft right now. It's an $80 million project, so it's infused a lot of money into the town. People like to live here. The Teck Hughes mine was named after Teck Township and also Jim Hughes, who had the first claims on it. Teck cable was first introduced into the Teck Hughes mine here, and it was really good for underground because it's tough and it's waterproof and it's flexible. The old cables were still in the mines, and the 2 things happened. They used just regular wire, unshielded wire and whatever, so it was always prone to damage, prone to wetness. They would use conduit at some times, which is very costly and hard to work with.
The old cables were very, very hard to terminate. They were labor intensive. It took a long time, and if you ever had to go back and fix it or move it, it wasn't a simple task.
Working with cable manufacturers in the Teck Hughes gold mine, hence the term Teck cable, Thomas & Betts engineers were able to adapt existing fittings in order to terminate Teck cable while meeting the ingress protection and grounding bonding requirements of Teck cable.
The boxes became lighter, the connections became easier to do. You could do a connection in, say, an hour, whereas the old style cable, you might be 4 or 5 hours doing one connection.
Now the next breakthrough came in the 80s with the development and launch of the Star Teck line of Teck fittings.
With the introduction of Star Teck, it made it so much simpler. You strip your cable to the dimensions that are spec'd on the cable, and you just slide the connector on, you put it in the box, you tighten it up, you put the fittings on it, and you're done. So the Star Teck probably cut the amount of work in half compared to the old style.
Our Star Teck fittings are manufactured in Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu, manufactured to face Canadian environments, which could be quite challenging.
They're amazingly watertight. I was asked to run this project to pump the shaft out that had been flooded for about 3.5 years. We pumped that water out every day, 24 hours a day, and I was totally flabbergasted that none of the water had seeped through those Star Teck connectors into the junction boxes, and they were under 1,000 feet of water. I think if you put anything else other than a submarine at that depth, it's going to leak. And we basically dried them out a little bit, cleaned them up, and powered them up with 5,000 volts.
A lot of customers are looking for made in Canada. This is a very important benefit. Going to the Saint Jean factory, seeing all the people, all the jobs that are being created as a result of product being manufactured here. We create a lot of jobs here in Saint Jean.